All right, let's jump back to the starting line. This is the A final. This is the one for the medals. And we've got Kansas State B-Boat in lane 1, Virginia 2, Wisconsin 3, University of Central Oklahoma in 4, Kansas State in 5, and University of Dayton in lane 6. That, if you're watching this right in front of us, Kansas State in lane 5 is the, I won't call it the early leader because we're not looking straight across the course. If I had to guess, we're probably level. So once you get out of that start, that high stroking racing start, and you have to shift it down, that shift is crucial for what happens in the next few hundred meters. So K-State in lane 5, we can't see the Dayton women in lane 6 at the moment. K-State in lane 5 looks to have a little bit of a lead here off that starting line. Going to the far side of the course, Kansas State B-Boat in would appear to be 4th place position, followed by Virginia in the 5th place position. Again, we don't know where the Dayton women are nearest to us, but K-State holding on to what appear to be about a quarter-length lead over almost bow-to-bow Wisconsin and Central Oklahoma. 5 boats overlapping at the moment as they cross the 500-meter mark. Wisconsin now nosing out ahead of Central Oklahoma. Wisconsin also nosing into K-State's lead. On the far side of the course, the K-State B-Boat also pushing their bow out in front of the Virginia women. So Virginia and Central Oklahoma slipping back of those 3 leaders, the 2 K-State boats and the Wisconsin boat in the middle. Kansas State at 35.5 strokes a minute. As they cross that buoy line, you can see at K-State with about a deck-length lead over Wisconsin. And dropping into the boats behind there, we have Central Oklahoma now making up some of that ground they'd given up before. Virginia also making up a little bit of ground. K-State B-Boat slipping back a little bit more into that what appears to be a 5th place position, but you got 5 boats still overlapping here. Now we can see that 6th boat of Dayton there. Not off the pace. Dayton boat's probably maybe a boat length back of the pack, if that. K-State and Wisco. K-State's A boat and Wisco still leading. Boat length out on the field. And Virginia women now getting their run in now. That bow overlapping with the 2 leaders. Central Oklahoma and K-State B-Boat pretty much level inside. The Dayton women now, they're overlapping with Central Oklahoma. They're overlapping with lane 1 K-State B-Boat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boats. You could almost step from one to the other and never put your feet in the water. So the Dayton women are holding their own here in lane 6. You got K-State now with about a half a length and maybe a quarter length lead, a little bit more than what they had before. Wisconsin overlapping with Virginia there. Virginia now inching up slightly on Wisconsin. Central Oklahoma, maybe a quarter length of open water down on the leaders of K-State. Far side of the course, the K-State women's B-Boat overlapping with Virginia. Near side of the course in lane 6, Dayton women overlapping with UCO as well as the K-State women's B-Boat. 34 strokes a minute for Wisconsin, with a 3/4 length lead over Virginia. Virginia with about the same amount over University of Central Oklahoma. And the Dayton women, and on the far side of the courts, the Kansas State B-boats, all still, really not much has changed. It looks like the K-State leaders and the A-boat have moved out a little bit gradually over time. Still that 3/4 difference between Wisconsin and Virginia. Now finally, those the Virginia boat breaking a little bit of open water between UCO and the two trailing boats on the outside of the courses. And K-State continued to move gradually away from the field. As they come down to the wire here in the red buoys now by about 3 or 4 strokes, maybe 20 strokes to go. Virginia trying to haul down Wisconsin. K-State in a good solid position to win it. Silver medals in contention here between Wisconsin and Virginia. Wisconsin got that edge though, coming into 5 strokes to go, 6 strokes to go. It's Wisconsin over Virginia. Behind them, across the field of K-State, Central Oklahoma, and Dayton, all within a deck length of each other. A good row, a good row. All right, we're going to go back up to the starting line for the men's varsity 8. This is the C